Miami, a sun-soaked paradise, hides a darker side beneath its vibrant nightlife and pristine beaches. What if I told you that behind the glamorous facade lurk chilling tales of restless spirits and eerie hauntings? Brace yourself as we delve into the top 15 haunted places in Miami, where the past refuses to stay buried and the supernatural beckons. 1. Biltmore Hotel, Miami. On a sultry Miami night, veils of humidity hang thick in the air as you approach the Biltmore Hotel, a majestic but eerie structure that looms against the star-studded sky. With its Spanish-style architecture and lush tropical gardens, it presents an alluring facade, however. Whispers of dread abound, touting the hotel not only as a luxurious retreat, but as a haunted relic steeped in unimaginable loss and sorrow. Built in 1926, the Biltmore was originally designed as a hospital for World War I veterans, which became overshadowed by scandal and tragedy when it was converted into a luxury hotel during the Great Depression. Locals speak of the spirits of soldiers still seeking solace within its opulent corridors, and the very walls appear to exude a palpable chill, hinting at the past's darker shades. The hotel's reputation escalated with tales of an infamous ghost, one Emily, a former resident who is said to have thrown herself from the balcony after discovering her lover's betrayal during a lavish party in the grand ballroom. Eyewitness accounts indicate sightings of her spectral figure in a flowing white gown, wandering aimlessly through the hotel, her mournful wails echoing against marble columns. Reports of flickering lights, inexplicable cold drafts, and disembodied footsteps skittering across the polished floors have haunted the bellhops and guests alike, lending credence to the idea that not all who enter the Biltmore truly depart. Those who dare to explore its corridors at night are often warned. The hotel's beauty masks its sorrowful heart. Beware, for the moment you step into the mirrored foyer, you may not just be a visitor. Time bends here, and what was once vibrant life may now dwell within the confines of a haunting reality. The Biltmore lays claim to both luxury and lingering loss, inviting the curious, yet ultimately issuing a silent warning. Tread carefully, for some spirits are not ready to let go. 2. Deering Estate, Miami. Under the pallid glow of a waning moon, the Deering Estate in Miami looms like a haunted apparition against the darkened Florida skyline, shrouded in layers of eerie whispers and unsettling folklore. This historic estate, once home to the affluent industrialist Charles Deering, bears silent witness to a myriad of tragedies that have transpired within its walls. Locals pass by with wary glances, sharing hushed rumors of spectral sightings and unnerving occurrences such as disembodied voices echoing through the empty halls. A chilling reminder that the past is never truly gone. The estate was built in the early 20th century, but its grim reputation took root when a devastating tragedy struck. In 1925, a woman tragically fell to her death from the second-floor balcony, believed by many to be a suicide driven by despair. This untimely demise, along with the estate's history of social gatherings and the presence of spirits from its past, has led to a long-standing belief that the site is haunted. Over the years, visitors have reported glimpses of a ghostly figure dressed in white, a chilling embodiment of sorrow, wandering aimlessly, while strange noises from the shuffle of footsteps to the sorrowful cries of a woman have been documented in numerous accounts. Paranormal investigations conducted at the estate have yielded compelling evidence of ghostly presences, captured in photographs and audio recordings of inexplicable sounds, deepening the intrigue surrounding this haunted locale. Yet, as you approach the estate, consider this. Many who have dared to explore the grounds after dark have felt a creeping unease, an oppressive weight pressing against their minds as if the very spirits that linger there are watching, waiting, and perhaps even wanting to share their tragedy. Will you heed the warnings of those who have come before you? Or will you dare to cross the threshold into a world where the past is forever intertwined with the present? 3. Villa Paula, Miami. The air grows thick with an unsettling chill as dusk descends upon Villa Paula, an opulent mansion steeped in Miami's tumultuous history. With its intricate coral rock construction and lush tropical gardens, it seems the embodiment of quiet luxury. But locals whisper of the dark secrets that linger within its walls. Once serving as the luxurious winter residence of the family of prominent Cuban-American entrepreneur, a sanctuary for gatherings of the elite, the villa is rumored to be cursed, harboring the restless spirits of those who whispered their darkest desires within its hallowed halls. It was built in the 1920s, but the vibrant social life it promised was soon overshadowed by a series of tragedies, with countless reports of mysterious occurrences haunting both its legacy and its present. Tales circulate of a tragic love affair that ended in heartbreak. The former owner's beloved is said to have taken her own life within these very walls, her sorrowful specter wandering the rooms, veiled in white and eternally searching for solace. Visitors and ghost hunters alike have attested to chilling encounters, claiming to sense a heavy weight in the air and hearing disembodied whispers echoing through the grand hallways. Some have captured photographic evidence of strange orbs flitting near the windows, while others report feeling cold hands brushing against their skin, as if beckoned by the lingering spirit seeking connection. The beauty of Villa Paula is tempered by an undertones of dread, intertwining its majestic allure with a sense of foreboding, a reminder that the spirits of the past may never rest. Those who dare to step foot within the estate are warned of the phenomenon known as the presence, a force that many have claimed pulls at the very fabric of one's sanity, leading them to the brink of madness when staying for too long. As you find yourself drawn to this captivating yet chilling location, heed the warnings of the locals. Venture into the heart of Villa Paula, but prepare yourself to confront what history has left behind. 4. Coconut Grove Playhouse, Miami. Nestled in the heart of Miami, the decaying shell of the Coconut Grove Playhouse looms like a specter from the past. Its once vibrant marquee, now a haunting echo of forgotten performances. With its cracked facade and peeling paint, the theater emanates an aura of melancholy, whispering tales of a glory long surpassed. Locals speak in hushed tones about chilling encounters and lingering spirits, insisting that the ghosts of past performers wander the dilapidated halls, seeking solace in a space that was once their sanctuary. Built in 1927, the Playhouse served as a cultural hub, showcasing renowned stars and countless productions. Yet, despite its artistic legacy, the theater was plagued by misfortune, with the community reeling from the mysterious and untimely death of actor and playwright Harold H. Halbe Platt, who tragically fell from the stage in 1955 during a rehearsal, a moment frozen in time that some say birthed an ethereal presence. Even now, the sound of melancholy laughter and mournful whispers permeates the air, leading many to believe that Platt's spirit has never truly departed. The dilapidation of the Playhouse adds a chilling layer to the ghost's story. As nature reclaims the building, it feels as though the very walls are haunted by the echoes of past performances. Lingering amidst the decay, phantom footsteps resonate in the empty lobby, and flickering lights play tricks on the imagination. confirming the unwavering belief that the spirits of beloved actors are trapped in this moribund stage. Visitors, curious yet unaware, might find themselves voyeurs in this realm of the unknown, forewarned to tread carefully amidst the remnants of artistry tainted by tragedy. The Coconut Grove Playhouse stands as more than just a monument to theatrical creativity. It's a grave marker for lost souls, a reminder that some performances never truly end. Those daring enough to explore may unwittingly invite the lingering shadows into their own lives, an unsettling challenge that questions the fine line between the living and the dead. Five, Miami City Cemetery, Miami. The wind whispers eerily through the tall palm trees that sway like restless spirits at the Miami City Cemetery, a forgotten vestige of the past nestled in the vibrant heart of Miami. This final resting place, established in the late 1800s, is often awash with sunlight during the day, but the shadows cast by its crumbling tombstones grow long and sinister as the sun sinks into the horizon. Local whispers speak of strange occurrences, cold spots in sweltering weather, disembodied voices that call out to the living, and the unmistakable feeling of being watched by unseen eyes amidst the decaying graves. The cemetery, bedecked with ornate mausoleums and rusted iron fences, holds the remains of figures who played significant roles in Miami's development. Yet their final journeys were fraught with tragedy. Notably, the grave of a young girl, known only as Little Emma, draws the most attention. Legend has it that she passed away from yellow fever at the tender age of 6 during the infamous epidemic of 1888. Those who venture near her grave often report seeing a girl in a white dress, her face hidden beneath long, dark hair, wandering among the tombs. Witnesses describe her as a creature of sorrow, with tears sparkling in her dark eyes, forever seeking warmth and companionship from the living. Countless visitors claim to have encountered cold gusts of wind that leave them breathless, and electronic devices inexplicably malfunction as they approach her gravesite, strongly hinting at a realm where the past and present intertwine. But be warned, the cemetery's tranquil beauty belies an underlying darkness, and those who linger too long may find themselves ensnared in the sorrow of its spirits, never to return unchanged. Experts advise visitors to leave as dusk falls, lest they attract the attention of restless souls that refuse to be forgotten, echoing through the tombs, warning all that the boundaries between the living and the dead are paper thin here. 6. The Kampong, Miami. As the sun sinks low over the tranquil waters of Biscayne Bay, a peculiar stillness blankets the Kampong, a historic estate nestled in Coconut Grove. Miami, once a vibrant botanical garden and the personal estate of famed horticulturist David Fairchild, this seemingly idyllic paradise hides a labyrinth of dark, spectral secrets. Locals whisper of disembodied voices fluttering through the lush greenery, and late-night visitors claim to have felt an eerie heaviness in the air, as if the spirits of the past still dwell within the ornate walls of Fairchild's mansion. The estate's history is steeped in sorrow and tragedy. After its construction in the early 20th century, thousands would traverse its pathways, marveling at the exotic plants and serene beauty. However, beneath this facade of tranquility lies a haunting lineage of death. In the years following Fairchild's passing in 1954, staff members reported ghostly apparitions, often witnessing shadowy figures wandering through the garden, thought to be the tormented spirits of slaves who labored on the estate long before Fairchild turned it into a botanical paradise. One particularly chilling account involves a gardener who vanished one stormy night, only to return a week later, pale and traumatized. recounting tales of an old specter beckoning him into the brambles. Many mark this incident as evidence that the restless souls of the enslaved may forever haunt the Kampong, warning those who tread upon their ancient ground heedlessly. But a foreboding challenge lingers for any who dare to explore the Kampong. The night reveals more than just the forgotten ghosts. It unveils the torment of those who once sought peace. If you find yourself wandering through this botanical wonderland, tread carefully, for you may become another unsuspecting visitor drawn into the tragic tapestry of its haunted garden, never to escape the whispers that echo against the palm fronds. Seven. Cape Florida Lighthouse, Key Biscayne. Beneath the haunting glow of the Cape Florida Lighthouse, where the entwined whispers of the Atlantic and the swaying palms murmur stories from the past, lies a chilling history crowned with tragic events that birthed numerous local legends. Built in 1825 on Key Biscayne, the lighthouse stands sentinel over a treacherous coastline, once a vital guide for ships navigating the perilous waters of Florida's reefs. Yet, it is not merely the lighthouse's utilitarian purpose that has captured the fascination of locals and ghost enthusiasts alike. It is the spine-tingling rumors of hauntings that creep into the narratives shared around campfires on moonlit nights. Among these, one tale rises above the rest. The harrowing account of the lighthouse's first headkeeper, William Bill H. Dayden, who tragically perished in an accident while tending to the light. Folklore insists that his spirit remains tethered to the lighthouse, endlessly illuminating the path he once safeguarded, while the surrounding oak trees bend and shiver under the weight of his sorrow. Eerie sightings have been reported by visitors climbing the worn stairs, claiming they feel a chilling presence, often catching fleeting glimpses of a shadowy figure pacing the balcony at dusk, his lantern flickering in an otherworldly glow. Meanwhile, the very air thickens with an unsettling electricity, as if the lighthouse itself trembles under the burden of lost souls. Those who brave to ascend the lighthouse alone have shared terrifying accounts of inexplicable cold drafts and echoing whispers of a voice calling their names, urging them to turn back. For the faint-hearted and the skeptical alike, this beacon of light serves a grim warning. Tread carefully, as the spectral grip of the past lurks in the shadows, waiting for another soul to guide or perhaps another to claim. In the embrace of the Cape Florida Lighthouse, the boundary between the living and the dead blurs, inviting you to confront a layered history fraught with despair and the relentless pull of the unknown. 8. Curtis Mansion, Miami Springs. The night air over Miami Springs thickens like a shroud wrapped around the imposing figure of the Curtis Mansion, its once resplendent facade now cloaked in shadows, whispering tales of a haunted legacy to anyone brave enough to listen. The mansion, built in the 1920s by aviation pioneer Glenn Curtis, serves as a grim reminder of the American dream gone awry, a place where prosperity was marred by tragedy and whispered secrets. Locals often speak of a palpable unease that lingers in the garden, the echo of laughter once heard becoming a mournful wail as youthful spirits are said to roam the grounds. Those who dare to trespass share stories of inexplicable cold spots, the sensation of being watched, and fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures that seem to beckon from the corners of the estate. The most chilling tale revolves around a tragic fire that engulfed the mansion in 1925, taking with it the lives of several workers and a prominent socialite who was reportedly trapped inside. Eyewitness accounts detail restless spirits that remain forever tied to this unrestful place, with many claiming to have observed spectral apparitions standing forlornly at the windows, their faces frozen in horror as they relive the moment of despair. Paranormal investigators have flocked to the mansion, armed with EMF detectors and cameras, capturing ghostly orbs and unexplained sounds, footsteps echoing where no one treads, and a whispering breeze that carries the name Glen. The mansion's rich tapestry of loss and longing acts as a beacon, drawing in both the curious and the courageous. Yet a warning lingers in the fog of Miami Springs. Those who seek the truth may find themselves entwined in the very hauntings they yearn to understand. So tread lightly, for the Curtis Mansion is a hallowed ground not merely of history, but of spectral feelings. A reminder that some doors, once opened, can never truly be closed again. Nine. Colony Theater, Miami Beach. In the humid embrace of Miami Beach, where the salty breeze dances with whispered secrets, stands the Colony Theater, a once thriving emblem of the Art Deco era that now languishes under the weight of haunting memories. The eerie glow of its neon marquee flickers under the watchful gaze of nightly fog, casting long shadows that seem to stretch far beyond the theater's weathered facade. Locals whisper tales of ghostly apparitions and unsettling energies that swirl through the decaying hallways, as though the very spirit of the theater mourns its lost grandeur. Built in 1935, it was previously home to glamorous premieres and lively vaudeville shows. But with the rise of multiplex cinemas, the Colony fell into disrepair, leading various townsfolk to speculate about the souls tethered to its remnants. The most chilling of these stories centers around a tragic event that transpired in the late 1950s during a particularly raucous opening night. Legend has it that during a bustling performance, a spotlight malfunctioned, abruptly plunging the audience into darkness. A panicked crowd surged toward the exits. But in the chaos, a young usher named Clara was trampled, her life extinguished in a blink. It is said her spirit remains, lingering at the foot of the stage, searching for a moment she could never reclaim. Ghostly sightings of a pale figure in a vintage dress have been reported numerous times, along with the faint echo of her laughter resonating through the empty halls. Yet, those brave enough to investigate often come away with more than mere stories. Unexplainable cold drafts, flickering lights, and unexplained sounds have shaken even the most skeptical. Dare you to wander through the colony's forsaken corridors? Heed this warning. Clara's sorrow lingers still, and to tread where she fell may awaken a restless spirit craving closure or worse. It may ensnare the uninvited in her unfinished tale. Then, Versace Mansion, the Villa Casa Casuarina, Miami Beach. The crimson sun dips below the horizon, casting an eerie glow over the opulent facade of the Versace Mansion, once known as Villa Casa Casuarina, where the air is thick with whispers from the past, invoking a sense of dread for those who dare to linger too long. Built in 1930 by architect Alan A. Brach, this Mediterranean revival mansion became a playground for the elite. Yet it bears witness to a tragic and spectral legacy that haunts the vibrant streets of Miami Beach. Locals murmur stories of how fashion designer Gianni Versace, a figure synonymous with luxury and decadence, was tragically gunned down on its steps in 1997. Some claim the mansion's beauty hides a sinister undercurrent, where the echoes of his life and untimely death permeate the very walls, suffusing the air with an icy foreboding. As visitors wander the lavish interiors adorned with striking mosaics and golden embellishments, they often report inexplicable sensations, shivers down their spines, fleeting shadows darting across their peripheral vision, and the overwhelming feeling of being watched from beyond. It is said that the spirit of Versace still roams, surrounded by memories of glamorous soirees and the heart-wrenching sorrow of his murder that left an indelible mark. Guests have recounted eerie experiences, flickering lights, sudden temperature drops, and cold spots that suggest the presence of an unseen force. More disturbingly, some report the sensation of a gentle touch, only to turn and find nothing there, an unnerving reminder of the unresolved tragedies that unfold within these lavish walls. Tread carefully when visiting this beautiful yet haunting destination, for the ghosts of the past may stir, reminding us that some stories are woven so tightly into the fabric of a place that they can never truly be laid to rest. Would you dare to unlock the doors of a mansion steeped in both beauty and darkness? Proceed with caution. Your presence may rouse spirits far beyond your understanding. "11. Freedom Tower, Miami. In the sultry embrace of Miami's tropical heat, where palm trees sway like specters against the twilight sky, the Freedom Tower stands sentinel, a monument of history wrapped in hushed whispers and ghostly tales. Once a beacon of opportunity for Cuban refugees fleeing their homeland in the 1960s, it now looms as an eerie reminder of the pain and suffering that once filled its halls. Locals murmur that the building exudes an intangible presence. Some say the anguished souls of those who sought solace within its walls still wander, lost and forlorn. The stories that echo through the streets hint at a haunting that transcends time, shadowy figures captured on grainy photographs, cold drafts sweeping through sealed rooms, and the faint sound of sobs emanating from the very walls that once offered refuge. The Freedom Tower, originally built in 1925, was the site of the Miami News, a bustling hub of activity. Yet, in its later incarnation, it transformed into a processing center for thousands of Cuban exiles. Some believe the spirits of those who met despair and heartbreak within await closure. Their longing bleeds into the atmosphere, enveloping visitors with an inexplicable chill as they traverse its corridors. And though many have sought evidence of the paranormal here, what lies beneath the building's history remains shrouded in darkness, tantalizing the brave with glimpses of spectral apparitions and a palpable, unsettling energy. But heed this warning: venture to the Freedom Tower at night, and you might just hear the echoing cries of the displaced, soft at first, growing louder until they pierce the night. The air turns thick, and shadows stretch, creeping closer. Bear in mind, you're not merely a spectator. You may become part of a tale woven through time, a whisper in the haunting lullaby of the Freedom Tower's legacy. The ghosts of the past do not rest easily, and neither should you when you dare to explore their domain. Spanish Monastery, ancient Spanish monastery, North Miami Beach. The Spanish Monastery in North Miami Beach, originally built in 1133 in Spain, stands like a ghost from another time, its ancient walls whispering secrets beneath the relentless Florida sun. Once a Cistercian monastery in the province of Tarragona, Spain, it was disassembled and shipped block by block to America in 1925, only to be reassembled with painstaking precision. Yet, the careful labor did nothing to erase the heavy pall of melancholy that surrounds this historical relic. Locals speak of chilling encounters and eerie occurrences in the moonlight, shadowy figures flitting across the cloistered halls and ghostly wails seeping through the very stones as dusk settles over the property. The rumors pulse with supernatural energy, weaving a tapestry of sorrow and tragedy that trails back to its origins. During its centuries in Spain, The monastery saw countless lives intertwined with devotion, but also tremendous suffering, particularly during periods of plunder and war, raising questions of how such energies might linger behind its ancient stones. One of the most spine-chilling legends tells of a grieving nun, rumored to have taken her own life after a forbidden love affair. Her spirit, it is said, forever haunting the monastery grounds. Visitors report a sensation of being watched, and the sound of soft weeping that fills the air like a spectral lament. Photographers have captured strange anomalies and orbs in their images, while many have claimed to witness apparitions drifting silently through the cloisters. The haunting of this ancient space amplifies the unshakable feeling that time itself stands still, gripping every visitor in a web of history entwined with despair. As you feel the weight of the past surround you, consider this: the energy of those who once devoted their lives to faith and the tragic echoes of their lost souls may not be as distant as we hope. Should you find yourself wandering the shadowed corridors of the Spanish monastery by night, be prepared to listen, for you are not alone. Tread carefully. The past has not forgotten you. (13) Alfred I. DuPont Building, Miami. The fog drapes thickly over the brick facade of the Alfred I. DuPont Building in Miami, where shadows play tricks with the light, concealing what once was the bustling hub of commerce. This structure, built in 1939, stands not just as a testament to the lavish lifestyle of its eponymous financier, but also as a dwelling place for the restless spirits of those who roamed its hallowed halls when the building served as the headquarters for the Miami Bank of Commerce. Locals speak in hushed tones of mysterious apparitions that glide through the marble corridors after dusk, their soft whispers echoing against the walls, compelling a sense of foreboding that thickens the air. The gossip speaks of disembodied voices that call out from empty rooms, and sudden, cold drafts that sweep through, chilling the skin of wary passers-by. Many attribute these occurrences to a tragic history, rooted in the building's past, a history that includes the numerous financial executives and employees who toiled within, their fates entwined with the unpredictable tides of fortune and despair. In the early 1990s, during a dramatic recession, countless workers lost their livelihoods here, their hopes crumbling alongside the bank's failure. Some say that these restless souls have never fully departed. They linger, tethered to their unfulfilled ambitions, longing for recognition and justice in a world that moved on without them. The spirit of Alfred DuPont himself is rumored to haunt the upper floors, where his mental strain from failed enterprises possibly rendered him vulnerable to the very darkness entwined with his legacy. As you approach, feeling the building's weighty history pressing against your chest, heed this warning. Certain doors may silently beckon you to peer within, revealing horrors best left undisturbed. Should you venture close enough to listen, you might find your name all too easily woven into the whispers of the past, a chilling reminder that some places and their fractures remain forever alive. (14) Plymouth Congregational Church, Miami. Beneath the humid haze of Miami, where the vibrancy of the urban landscape clashes with the deep shadows of its history, stands the Plymouth Congregational Church, an edifice not only of brick and mortar, but of souls long departed. On nights when the wind howls like a mournful spirit, locals whisper of specters roaming within its sacred walls, drawing unsuspecting visitors into a realm where the past bleeds into the present. Established in 1897, this church has witnessed both jubilations and buried tragedies, with its pews echoing the prayers and laments of generations. Behind its ornate facade lies a tale that has often hushed a fire that once consumed a nearby orphanage, tragically claiming the lives of several children, their souls said to linger in the vicinity, forever linked to the church that offered them solace. Paranormal enthusiasts claim that the air grows frigid upon entering, an uncanny premonition of what lies ahead. Flickering lights and unexplained whispers are frequent occurrences, while some have reported clear apparitions of children peering out from behind the altar, their innocent faces twisted in sorrow. The church's history bears the weight of many who sought refuge there during the tumultuous years of Miami's development. Yet the strongest echoes of anguish seem to tie back to that fateful day when the flames engulfed the orphanage, igniting an urban legend controversial within the tightly knit religious community, but imploring to be told, those who dare to visit should be forewarned. The very structure seems to breathe with the memories of the lost, and those who tread lightly may find themselves confronted with more than just the remnants of a solemn past. Visitors have claimed to feel a watchful presence, a paralysis in fear, as if the lost children long to communicate their untold stories. Stepping through the heavy doors, one may find that the line between reverence and terror can blur disturbingly, and walking away unscathed is not guaranteed. Each visitor risks awakening the ghosts who still haunt these hallowed grounds, forever longing for the warmth of a forgotten embrace. Miami River Inn, Miami. Nestled along the banks of the tranquil Miami River, the Miami River Inn presents a deceptive facade of serenity, its charming architecture and palm-studded pathways hiding whispers of the past that chill the very marrow of those who dare to delve into its history. Local inhabitants have long passed down disquieting rumors, painting a picture of a once thriving establishment now shrouded in spectral tales. They speak of shadowy figures gliding through its dimly lit corridors, while strange, unexplainable sounds resonate through the night, echoing the lives of yesteryears. Constructed in the 1900s, it served as a way station for weary travelers, but it became notorious during Miami's turbulent times, particularly during the 1920s, when prohibition fueled a rise in vice and violence. This unsettling past is the canvas upon which the ghostly narratives emerge, primarily centered around a young woman said to have met a tragic end within its walls. Reports suggest she was a flapper, vibrant and full of life, whose dreams were dashed amidst betrayal, leaving behind an ethereal presence that still roams the opulent rooms. Sightings of her ghostly figure, adorned in period-appropriate attire, have been observed wistfully staring out the window, while cold drafts sweep through, carrying the scent of her fading perfume. Several guests have reported inexplicable disturbances, lights flickering to life, whispers of laughter echoing in empty halls, and the unmistakable feeling of being watched, as though the spectral remnants of the past refuse to fade into oblivion. This place stands not merely as a relic of historical importance, but as a cautionary tale, a warning that some spirits cling to the earth, trapped by their unfinished stories, lamenting their lost loves and unfulfilled destinies. To those curious souls drawn to the Miami River Inn, heed this warning. Wander its halls with respect, for the whispers of the past are not just stories, they are echoes of the departed, and their sorrowful secrets may beckon you to join them. And there you have it, the top 15 haunted places in Miami. Did any of these ghostly tales send chills down your spine? If you enjoyed the haunt, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more spine-tingling adventures. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video, where we'll explore the creepiest urban legends lurking in the shadows. Until next time, stay spooky